Yes, people, what's going on? It's the KDG on Eagle Talks Football. We're back again with another video. Today, just to let you guys know, a special service announcement. I'm so close to hitting 15K subscribers. Please do hit that like button and that subscribe button. Get us over that line to 15K. Also, Happy New Year's to everyone and have a special holiday period. Happy holidays to all you guys. I don't celebrate Christmas, but of course, a lot of you guys do. And I do wish you guys all happy holidays. And let's get this show started. We got a lot to talk about. Can Arsenal win the league? Will Harry Kane's be affected by missing the penalty for England in that crucial game versus France? And finally, will Manchester United make top four? Plus, our predictions for the rest of the games for the Premier League upcoming games and Boxing Day. I got my guy Jay with me. We got Dammy coming through, and we got Bice coming in the house. Let's get this show started. Yes, Jay. So let's start with you. How you feeling, man? How you been? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I've been a little bit ill, but I'm feeling better. Back at it. Yeah, no, ready for the World Cup was amazing. It was a nice. Spurs. We were okay in the first half of the season. We weren't fell off a little bit. So the World Cup was a nice palate cleanser. It was a nice aperitif. Nice way to just get the senses back together, and yeah, we're good to go. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the second half of the season. It should be fun.
You know what? It definitely should be fun, and I'm looking forward to it too. Reason being, Arsenal's got a title race to worry about.
They
Tottenham's got a
did.
top, Tottenham's got a top four race to worry about, and Harry
Mm-hmm.
Kane's mental state. And you know what? Let's just begin with Tottenham since you're here, and we got a
Mm-hmm.
lot to talk about. Do you think a lot of players will be affected by the World Cup and their performances in the World Cup, be it negative or positive? And of course, a lot of people are talking about Harry Kane's mental state after missing that penalty. Do you think he'll be one of those people that are affected by the World Cup?
Um, Personally, no. I think he'll be fine. Um, I'm 50-50 on the effect after the World Cup because it's it's a unique season because the players are just straight back at it. It's almost like you don't have time to wallow. Like even as much as the World Cup was a bad experience, I remember a few years ago when England did badly in the World Cup and Spurs had a lot of England players. They There was a lot of impact afterwards, and the players kind of felt it. So I think that it depends on the kind of tournament that you have. A lot of the players, from in my opinion, it's only when you have a really flop tournament that you start to be like, that's when you really carry it. So a lot of players being on foot, like say like a KDB, for example. Some people are like, he had an underwhelming tournament, this and that, blah blah blah. Comes
He
back the
doesn't
other
care.
night, like he never left. Do you know what I mean? So it's like there's everybody's unique. So it's difficult to formulate an overreaching analysis that covers all the players. But I'd like to think these players are professional, and the fact that they're two different environments. The top managers worth their salt. They know about the mental state of their players. They know what they need to do to make sure their players are in the right place. Like I'm sure you would trust Arteta to make sure, say, Partey wasn't disappointed that Ghana went home early or whatever. Do you know what I mean? You trust the manager to make sure these players are in the right place. So from that point of view, I think the Premier League is just so chaos ball. Do you know what I mean? It's like these players are going to have so many other things to be worried about very quickly in the near future. So I'm going to go with no, but I won't be surprised if there's some impacts. But I think that most of the players will be okay.
Yo, the robot took your audio for a second there. But I'm looking at some of the players who are going to be positively affected. I'm looking at some of the players who are going to be negatively affected. Like you look at Ben White, will he be negatively affected? I'm thinking because he left the
Mm-hmm.
World Cup with the situation, personal matter. Could that still be in the back of his mind? We
Mm-hmm.
clearly know that Man City's player, what's his name? Calvin Phillips. He's been negatively affected by
Yeah,
this overweight from the
yeah.
World Cup. That is pretty bad. For me, some of the players who didn't even get to play a minute, like a William Saliba, it doesn't affect them because they didn't play 1 minute throughout the whole World Cup. They come back fresh for Arsenal, and I wouldn't be surprised if he starts versus West Ham. Let me know, people in the chat. Is there anybody who you guys think are going to be negatively affected or positively affected by the World Cup? I'm looking at Hakim Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech, the guy.
He had a good World Cup. He had a good World Cup.
Yeah, big time. Big up Steve in the house. Big Steve in the house. Big up saying happy holidays to everyone. Yep. Happy holidays to you guys too. Big up to him. Let's talk about it though. I'm looking at all these games coming up, Jay. Any game specifically stand out to you where you're like, you know what, that game is crazy?
I mean, I'm just gonna refresh myself with the fixtures. Now, but
bro, your audio is terrible. Can you just jump back in? I don't know what happened.
Sorry, can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I think that was might be what the issue.
No, I think I was just covering the sound, but hopefully that's a little bit better. Is that better?
No.
Is that better? Better, worse?
I think the mic is on the other side. Flip the phone around.
Yeah. How about now? Oop. We're having some teething issues here. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you record on an iPad.
Bro, it's mad.
Look, is that bad?
Bro, it's moving mad. I don't know what's going on today. It is what it is.
Okay.
Do you have headphones? Grab headphones if you can.
Headphones. Yes, I have headphones.
I'm just going to mute you for a second. But people in the chat, let me know. Is there any players that you think are going to be negatively affected from the World Cup? I'm looking at Harry Kane. I have him in my fantasy team. Even though he's a Tottenham player, I think he's going to absolutely rip it up the second half of the season. I'm looking at a lot of those players like that performed well in the World Cup, like Rashford, Bukayo Saka, Hakimi. I'm thinking they all need to do stuff. Yeah, Jay's sounding a little bit robotic. Speak now, see if it's better.
Is that any better?
No, I don't think you. You haven't connected.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna kick you out.
No.
Okay, so as Jay's getting his thing sorted out, let's get into the Premier League fixtures, ladies and gentlemen, because there's a lot of Premier League fixtures we got to talk about that aren't gonna really get as much airtime on channels because there's a lot of teams that are playing. Every team is playing, obviously, and tomorrow's Boxing Day, and it's gonna be jam packed. So we got the Spurs versus Brentford game. And that's going to be one of the games we're going to talk about. But we're going to hold off on that for a second. We're going to first go to Southampton, Brighton, and Crystal Palace, Fulham. That is going to be fun because Brighton, Fulham, Southampton, Brighton, and then Fulham and Crystal Palace. I'm looking at those games. I'm saying goals. I'm seeing goals for days. I'm looking at Brighton, a team that is really good attacking wise, versus Southampton, a team that's not been that good this season. You got Crystal Palace and Fulham, two teams that have been playing a lot more better in attacking football. Let me know what your score predictions are for those games. I'm looking at Brighton and I'm saying to myself, I'm looking at Brighton, Southampton, and I'm saying I think Southampton are gonna get bopped by Brighton, man. I really do believe Southampton are going to get slapped up. I'm looking at Brighton, giving them. I'm saying what? What are we saying, people in the chat? I'm going 2-1. I'm going 2-1. Even though I said all that stuff, I'm going 2-1. And when it comes to Fulham Crystal Palace, I think it's going to be another high-scoring game. I'm going to go crazy here. I'm going to go 2-2. So I'm going to go 2-2 for Crystal Palace Fulham, 2-1 for Brighton Southampton. Now we got Leicester Newcastle and Wolves Everton. What are we saying for that game, people? We got some people in the chat saying you got 2-0 for Brighton, 3-1 for Fulham. Okay. McAlister is fit. Yes, he is.
I'm back.
Jay.
I'm back.
Okay, yeah.
I loaded up the laptop. I thought the people deserved. I thought the people deserved the very best, so I loaded up the laptop. Big up
for that. Let me just take it away. What do you think is going to happen in these games?
So a couple of things. First of all, Southampton New manager, kind of gone under the radar because he kind of got appointed just before the World Cup, and then we've had a World Cup, and now we're playing now. So I think Southampton have got a lot of good young players, and they've got like that Southampton Brighton game is probably one of the most exciting games of the weekend because Brighton, they're kind of knocking at the door of the top 6 at the moment. And it'll be really interesting to see whether they can remotely hold on. Because when you actually look at it, you have Newcastle and Spurs in the top 4 at the moment. You've got teams like Chelsea, United, and Liverpool chasing them down. So even the Brightons who are kind of splitting them, it's like, I guess it's a bit like Formula One when you have like, those mid-level cars and they're kind of stopping the other cars from getting past. But I think if Brighton is serious about doing something good, they have to win, but I don't think they do.
This is what we're going to do, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you my score predictions.
Yeah.
And you give me yours. I went with for those games, I went with 2-1 Brighton. Yeah. I went 2-1 Brighton, right?
Yeah.
And then I went with 2-2 for Crystal Palace Fulham.
Okay.
What are you saying?
I'd say maybe draw. I'll go with 2-2 Southampton Brighton. And I'll go with Palace. Palace to win. I'll go with Palace maybe 2-1, maybe 3-1. Vieira's doing some nice stuff there. It's a good point on Mitoma and stuff like that. Because Mitoma's a really interesting one because he gets used a lot in a substitute capacity, and I wonder whether they're going to start to unleash him a little bit more, whether or not.
You know what else there is, Jay? Mm-hmm. All those players that he mentioned their stock is just rising. Brighton's going to get raided by Chelsea. I wouldn't be surprised if all these players somehow become Chelsea players. You have a former Chelsea manager, former Chelsea director, former Chelsea assistant coaches. Brighton have basically become Chelsea. So I wouldn't be surprised they do a Southampton of Liverpool, what they did to Southampton, and just grab all their players. Because at one point,
I think the only difference is that like we're in 2022 and player values has gone to that level now. And Brighton you saw what they got from Chelsea for Cucurella. Yeah, small Cucurella. Yeah. Imagine if you go for World Cup winner McAlister now, what they're going to quote you.
80 million.
Of course. And the thing is, he's not an 80 million pound player.
Let's ask the chat. How much do you guys think McAlister is going to be quoted
Mate,
for?
McAlister's a 50 million pound player. Like he's a 50 million.
62.
No, he's a 40 million. Mate, no. Listen.
How much did you spend for?
Listen, as a Spurs fan who got fooled on Lo Celso, McAlister is just like Lo Celso. He's that level of player. Yeah, don't get fooled by the system and playing. When Lo Celso was at Betis, everyone was, "Oh my God, Lo Celso, he's amazing." Yeah, I'm not saying McAlister's not a good player, but like that was Lo Celso's role in the team. Yes, he came into the team.
30 million. 35 million, that sounds right.
50 million is what maybe he's got a clause. People have to remember that this guy joined them for very cheap. Very cheap.
They gave him a contract just before the World Cup. They're smart. They knew.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. But the thing is with them, I don't think there's anything. 35 is not possible for McAlister.
You know what? I just think anyone who is interested in Trossard, like Chelsea, get him.
But the thing is Mustafa's saying in the chat here, McAlister's better than Lo Celso, Jay. And I'll say to you, well, Lo Celso was like one of the standout players in the Europa League the season that Spurs bought him. And Lo Celso was a starter in Argentina while McAlister was on the bench. McAlister only played because Lo Celso was injured. So for you saying McAlister's better than Lo Celso, all I'm saying is Lo Celso's done way more in his career, and Lo Celso was benching McAlister up until he got injured. So, do you know what I mean? I'm just saying that.
Hey, what do you want? Rabiot? Tottenham are linked to Rabiot.
Rabiot's a good player, right? He's a good player. I don't know why we need more central midfielders per se. But listen, Rabiot was he is a good player. Like there's no
Rabiot's a mercenary now. He doesn't really
but
play.
but the thing is somebody like the thing is Conte's player ID for me is really good. Like he's got a really good player ID. So whoever Conte wants, I'll say yeah. You people will roll their eyes and bring me somebody from 5 years ago. I'm saying like when Conte wanted, hold on. When Conte wanted
Conte's player ID, or is it just the fact that he goes for players that he feels like are reliable?
No, I think Conte's specific player ID is good. Do you know what I mean? So like the way I see it is Conte's ID for me, it like Emerson Royal wasn't Conte's player. He came in when Nuno was in charge. So
fair enough.
Yeah, so no, in terms of Conte, yeah, like even Amrabat is a great example. So Amrabat, Conte wanted in January. Well, no, do you know what I mean? In the summer, in January as well. And Spurs fans were like, "Oh my God, who's Amrabat? We don't know who this guy is." Yada yada yada. And then look at him, voila. Do you know what I mean? Like Spurs fans are even small. Like Conte said, I want Dan James. Or he might have said it. Somebody in Spurs said, I want Dan James. And Spurs fans were like, no, horrible. And then you see like Brian Gill, and he's not played at all. And Brian Gill I think he's got no goals and no assists in the Premier League. And you see Dan James has scored in the Premier League. Dan James has given an assist in the Premier League. Now, I'm not trying to say Dan James is...
Tottenham fans compared him to Saka, though. Brian Gill.
Yeah, bro, listen, at the end of the day, you'll always... You have to be very careful with players and the hype nowadays. The one thing that people don't understand is that I remember when I was a kid, I remember when I was a kid, you'll hear names like Javier Saviola, Bojan. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of who don't.
Steve, I don't know what happened to your mic, but it's loud again.
I don't know why it always does. My bad.
It's you know what I mean. So all I'm saying is there's a number of players who don't get to where they're meant to get to, and Brian Gill, Pape Sarr, Spurs need to be careful because we haven't got.
Let's get into Spurs now. Seriously, into Spurs. What's your team looking like going into that next game? And are you concerned against Brighton away?
Brentford away. It's a tricky game. The team should be I think as far as I know, Romero is still fucking smashing cocaine in Buenos Aires for the next couple of weeks.
He's not smashing cocaine. He's a good user.
He's partying like Maradonna's descendant, bro. Like, don't worry about.
My man was not sniffing nothing. He was
bro, that's what I'm saying. He's sniffing silverware. So I'm not sure what. Man, listen, it's nice to have another World Cup winner because Spurs, we had Lloris last time, and now we got Romero. So, next time you try and bring up best centre-back debates, Igal, I've got some ammunition for you. Do you know what I mean? World Cup winning centre-back.
There you go.
But yeah, no, as far as I'm aware, Lloris isn't available.
To be fair, we had a World Cup winning centre-back, and he was one of the worst centre-backs in the league. So it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, you got me. You got me. But Romero out, Lloris out, Richarlison's injured, Bentancur suspended / injured. So apart from that, full squad.
There we go.
No, Lucas is out as well. Lucas is out as well.
Tottenham got a full squad. I'm hearing Brentford. Ivan Toney has not yet made another bet, so he's not going to get suspended yet. So at this moment in time, I wouldn't bet on Ivan Toney not scoring in this game.
It's a tricky game, but like I said, for Spurs, the big factor is Kulusevski fit. That's
Kulusevski's fit. He's playing.
Yeah, that's the key. That's the key factor to this.
You're gonna have Son, Kane, and Thing on the pitch. You're scoring a goal, guaranteed. Kane.
And this is the thing that people.
Let me land. Kane is gonna have his moment to redeem himself from the penalty miss for England by scoring a penalty for Tottenham in a game that's meaningless. That's what's going to happen. You're going to get a penalty in the opening minutes of the game. He's going to say, they're going to be like, ooh, who's going to take the penalty? Kane's going to take it. He's going to score it. He might even get another goal in the game. But for somehow, some way, your first game back from international break, I don't know if you guys have a bad record or anything like that, but I feel like you guys are going to drop points. I feel like
maybe
this is not off anything but feeling.
That's fair. That's fair enough. I mean, for me,
I think it's going to end in a draw. Let me give my score: 2-2 draw. No, 1-1 draw. Kane and Toney both on the score sheet.
Okay, so I'll let Steve go in a second, but for me, just to push back on what you're saying is that for me, I think Spurs have been quite not unfairly treated, but like they've been a bit unlucky because what Spurs, you're smiling, but the thing is Spurs are playing Champions League, and like that means there's a certain level. Pardon?
Bentancur suspended.
Bentancur suspended for this weekend.
Big up Wilson in the house.
Yeah. So for me, the way shut up, Capo. For me, the way that I look at this game is that Kulusevski's a big return. I think that people underestimate how important Kulusevski is to Tottenham. I liken it to if you took Saka out of Arsenal. If Saka had missed 9 of Arsenal's games this season, would Arsenal be top? They wouldn't, in my opinion. So it's that level of importance to Spurs. So having him back is going to change the way that Spurs play. They'll play better football. They'll be more progressive. They'll attack better. When Kulusevski's been on the pitch, he has the best goal/assist rate in the league. Well, he has the best assist rate in the Premier League.
Yeah.
So
break it down. Breaking it down, I get it, but I need to know, what do you think is going to be the end score?
I mean, it's relative. I go with 2-1 Spurs. I think it'll be a tough game. I think Brentford will be bang up for it. But like I said, Kulusevski, Kane, Son, that's the three. That's the three that was doing it last season. They should all be on the pitch on Boxing Day. They should bring us home.
Boom. Take it away, Steve. What do you say in score prediction quickly?
Sure. Unfortunately, I am gonna go Brentford win here. For me, the biggest problem with Spurs is the home form versus the away form, and even more crucially to me, on the eye, performance at home versus away. It's like sometimes they're like two completely different teams, in my opinion. You watch Spurs, Jay, I'm assuming your name is.
Yeah.
So I don't watch every single Spurs game. I probably every 3 Spurs games you watch, I probably watch 2, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyways, regardless, I away from home, they're sketchy. They're sketchy, right? So even as I like a bet every once in a while. Spurs are just one of those teams where it's like I don't know what I'm getting out of them, to be honest. I know Kane's scoring. I know Kulusevski. I agree with you 100%. I would go as far as to say I think he's the most important player in your team because of how drastic your performances with him and without him are. He's not the best player on Spurs, but he's the most important to the way you ideally want to play, right? Just like if you took Trippier out of Newcastle, I think Trippier is our most important player in Newcastle because if you take him out of that side, the right hand attacking impetus, it's much less with Emil Kraft in there. Defensively as well, Trippier is set piece, on and on and on. So I just see and also Brentford do pretty well at home. They do pretty well. They lose the odd game or drew against Everton, random stuff like that. But I don't know. Just and what the other thing is too, 12:30 kickoffs are weird games. They throw up some wild results. That was, for example, Man City Brentford. The last game Brentford played, 12:30 kickoff.
No, but my only. I think you make some great points. It's going to be a tough game, and I don't disagree with what you're saying. For me, the thing is I think Spurs are actually quite consistent. Probably a little bit more consistent than you think. We obviously lost to Newcastle. You're a Newcastle fan, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so we lost to Newcastle, but I think we only lost to Newcastle because we had key players missing in that game. You guys
Definitely.
you guys have done a very good job in your style of play, and we made some really bad mistakes in that game. There's the Wilson goal. On another day, the referee calls that a foul. We have
but that's not the point he was making.
I'm saying I'm saying it's like
on a different day,
like the Martinelli foul against United on Eriksen. On a different day, that's not flagged as a foul.
Right example.
Do you see what I mean? So it's like, so you get that. Almiron scores a great goal, bad defending. But Spurs in that game, they're missing key players. I think Spurs can afford to miss certain players, but not have other players. I think, like someone said, give Newcastle credit. Yeah, Newcastle played a great game, but that was a draw game. That game was, in terms of on the balance of the game, should have been a draw. Like, Newcastle did well, not really well enough to beat us, but they got their noses in front and they defended excellently. So
unfortunately, we got to move on. We've spent 26 minutes on Tottenham today. You guys,
we haven't spent 20. No, you always do this. We haven't spent 26 minutes on Tottenham. We spent about 44 minutes. We spent like 4 minutes on Tottenham.
Bro, we started off by talking about Harry Kane.
What do you mean? I've not said anything on Harry Kane. What have we said on Harry Kane?
What? Give us your thoughts. Do you not think he's going to be affected by the penalty miss?
No, I think. Well, when Messi missed the penalty, when Messi missed the penalty in the Copa America, did you guys say, is Messi going to be affected by missing a penalty in the Copa America?
Harry Kane and Messi is night and day, bro.
Well, what do you mean? Why is it night and day? People miss important penalties. Like, it happens.
Because Messi is a different animal. You can't compare Messi to Kane, bro.
Right. Okay. So when Bergkamp missed that penalty against Schmeichel for Arsenal and you lost, did that ruin Bergkamp's career at Arsenal? Was he done?
No, but that wasn't done.
Okay, then. All right, then. Okay, then. Extend the same latitude to Kane. And also, by the way, can I just say on this? People have to understand on that Kane penalty miss, right? The pressure of a second penalty against your club mate. I swear to God, he scores that penalty.
3 penalties, bro.
No, bro. If those penalties were against Keylor Navas, I promise you, Mbappe doesn't score 3.
But that's a hypothetical.
No, it's saying if you have taken a penalty against your club mate of 10 years,
I agree. There is
penalty. I'm just saying that's very unique. How often are you going to be in a situation where this guy knows everything about you, every tick, and you scored 1? So now it's the second game of chicken. So it's like, do you go the same way?
Messi played against Mbappe. What I'll say to that, though, real quick, is Messi played against Mbappe.
Yeah, but Messi, Messi's not the goalie.
I know what you're saying. I'm just offering.
People are just saying. I'm merely saying that against your club mate, that's just a bit different. And the second penalty against your club mate with that pressure, yeah, he cracked. But I get why.
Does Kane need to leave Tottenham to be respected more?
What? So little content creators on Twitter and YouTube can give him his props. So he can move to another place and be the same player. But you want to start telling me that he's actually good now? No, he's not going to be a different player. You need
to achieve something.
Well, it depends on what you classify as achievement. Obviously,
silverware.
Yeah, if Kane wants to win silverware, he probably would need to leave Spurs in the summer or run his contract down and then should go on a free transfer to one of the big teams. Like I can't say
Real Madrid, whatever.
I can't say that Spurs are going to give Kane what he needs. Like, I can't say that. I can't say that.
You don't know what you're getting with Daniel Levy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
I think the only places he could end up is Manchester United out of the Premier League top 6. I don't see him going to Chelsea. I don't see him going to Arsenal. I don't see him going to City. I don't see him going to even Liverpool. Liverpool don't really go for those kind of guys. They already got Darwin Núñez. So
hey, listen, you say that, but Liverpool with Kane with one season to go, like, you'd be surprised who might shake the tree. You know what I mean? Like, you might be surprised to see who might.
Well, after this season, Kane has 1 season left.
Yeah.
How old will he be when his contract runs out?
It'll be 30, but just about to turn 31.
Yo, you know what? That makes sense for Man United right there. They need a striker right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like United, if United came to Spurs in the summer and offered like 80 to 100 million, Spurs might be tempted.
Harry Kane to Man United. What are people saying in the chat? Would you take
bro, behave yourself, bro. Behave yourself. They're below us, and we're a Champions League side at the moment. Let them pass us this season. Let United, because we're not selling a player to a team that's in a different competition or finishes below us to strengthen them. That's just 101 not happening. So United would have to finish above us or pass us this season in order for this to remotely even be a thing.
Harry Kane goes to United. Does that really appeal to his appetite for?
Yeah, so like something like Newcastle. If Newcastle made Champions League and said, Kane, listen, you're going to be the centerpiece of what we're going to do. We're going to put all the money in.
He won't leave for Newcastle.
Hey, listen. I'm not. People said that about Trippier.
He wants
Trippier wouldn't go to Newcastle.
Bruno Guimaraes was supposed to go to Arsenal. Harry Kane was supposed to go to AC Milan.
Harry Kane wants guaranteed trophies. If he leaves right now, let's go shift over to Man United. Man United might not even make top 4 this season.
Exactly.
They will win a trophy in 5 years.
And also, they're not going to appease his trophy.
What's it like? Go on, sorry. But listen.
If you guys do sell Harry Kane to Man United, you need to get Rashford the other way, because Rashford's a baller.
Nah, bro. Listen, the thing is like it's like we got Richarlison, so it's like I'm not saying Richarlison's the answer, but I'm saying like the number 9 market is sparse. Do you know what I mean? We have Richarlison, we have Kane. Like we have two, arguably the world's top 10 number 9s.
It's sparse. Okay, I'll agree with you on this because I'm a European.
Oh no! Go on, say sorry, Steve, because he thinks it's a hot take because it sounds hot to him. When I say Richarlison's arguably a top 10.
No, I like Richarlison
in the world.
Okay,
can you definitively name 10 number 9s better than him?
No, my gripe wasn't with Richarlison. I'm a huge fan of Richarlison. Yeah. I rate him. Absolutely rate him. My gripe was, or my contention, whatever we'll call it, was the number 9 market being sparse or whatever.
Let me just name some strikers, okay?
Yeah.
They just have to be in the ballpark, okay?
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be like. So first things first, we're gonna put Lewandowski, Erling Haaland, Mbappe, Benzema, and Kane. Boom.
Those guys, out there.
Those 5 done.
Yeah.
Then here's where it becomes argument.
Exactly. Then it's debate. Right? Everything else is debate.
Then you have Lautaro Martinez, Romelu Lukaku.
I wouldn't say Lautaro's better than Richarlison.
You got Gabriel Jesus, Aubameyang.
I would say Jesus.
Osimhen is for me.
Osimhen's not better than Richarlison.
Mitrovic
as a 9, like definitively.
Yeah, I would say
Okay. How about this? Patrick Schick.
No, I wouldn't take Schick over Richarlison.
Okay, all right.
As a 9, you've got to understand. As a number 9, he's not played once as a number 9 for Tottenham.
Jamie Vardy.
I wouldn't take Vardy as a 9 in 2022. I'm saying in as a number 9. So Richarlison, Brazil's number 9. Yeah, you've only seen Richarlison play as a number 9 for Everton.
Olivier Giroud.
You haven't seen Everton. You haven't seen Richarlison as a 9 for Tottenham.
Olivier Giroud.
Similar level, maybe.
Okay, Victor Osimhen.
I personally don't think he's a better number 9, but I'm not going to die on a hill.
Okay, is Richarlison a top 10 striker in world football right now? That sounds like a hot take. It is. No,
because what I'm trying to explain to you is Richarlison doesn't play number 9 for Spurs. Kane does. He plays right wing or left wing. Wow. He plays number 9 for Brazil. For Brazil, amazing goal records. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say to you is I'm basing it a lot off Brazil, but I'm saying that as a number 9 in this striker market, you've got the players who are definitely better than him. Then everybody else is debatable. I don't think Jesus is definitively better than Richarlison. It's a personal preference of who you think is the better striker. But if I now turned around and said Jesus is a top 10 number 9 in world football, most people would somewhat accept that take. But when I say Richarlison is a top 10 9 in world football, people are pushing back on it.
Ciro Immobile or Richarlison?
Okay, probably Immobile just because of his legacy and what he's done.
What about Nunes? Martial?
No, I wouldn't necessarily
Martial's
say this is what people are not on this. No, hold on one sec, please, because this is what stupidity does to society. Kane is de facto the best number 9 in the league, in my personal opinion. People are going to say Haaland, but I'll say Kane. Yeah. Now Spurs have Kane, so definitively, when you're judging Spurs, Kane, who plays every minute of every game as a number 9, and then say Richarlison hasn't scored properly, or Richarlison hasn't played in his position. Not once. Not once has this guy played as a number 9 in the league.
Are you talking more potential, or are you talking here?
I'm talking ability. I'm talking ability right now, but we don't see it because Kane's playing the position.
The question's out there. Can you guys name 10 players better than Richarlison?
Can you name 10 number 9s definitively better than Richarlison?
That is the question. So go ahead. Let's see if people can name 10 players.
Go on.
In the meanwhile, let's continue. Leicester, Newcastle. We covered this game yesterday. Everton, Wolves. I'm gonna go Everton win. What are we saying?
Goose eggs, 0-0. Probably the worst game of football you ever see in your life. I hate watching both of those teams. Next.
I think Everton are a better side than Wolves. Right now.
Wolves need to pick it up, innit? Lopetegui, he's had a month now, hasn't he? So like obviously that's another new manager who's come in. We've not spoke a lot about it.
Wolves had the one game against Arsenal.
1 second, let me tell you, Wolves' team
was all right.
Good. Wolves' team is pretty good. They got Semedo, Bono, Kilman, Collins, Neves, Matinho, a three-man attacking midfield of Guedes, Podence, and Adama Traore, and their striker is back in Jimenez. So they look like a decent side. But you go over to Everton. Everton are just every other Premier League team's rejects. They have Demario Gray, who's a reject. They have Neil Maupay, who's a Brighton reject. They have McNeil, who relegated from Burnley. Iwobi, Arsenal reject. Former Everton star in what's his name? Idrissa Gana Gueye. Onana, who's an up-and-coming midfielder. I rate him highly. I would have him over Lafonda. And then they have Connor Cody, who's a Wolves reject. They have Tchaikovsky, who came from
Tchaikovsky, Burnley.
Yeah, and then they got Pickford, who is England's number 1.
He's a Mackham. What else do you need to say?
So, in my opinion, Everton's team is just it's never gonna ever get to that top 4, top 5, top 6 team because they keep buying rejects from every other club. But in my opinion, they're good enough to beat Wolves, and Wolves they can't score goals. As good as they are defensively, they can't score goals. So
Wolves have scored 8 goals in the Prem this year. 8.
That's messed up. They might finish the season with more points than goals scored.
And that's
I mean, yeah.
Pedro Neto, the other Wolves player that's quite good.
Wait. Is it normal to see a team score no more? They might have more losses than goals scored. That's what I should have said.
Derby County in what 07 when they lost 36 or 33 or something wild. And you know what the funny thing is? That Derby County team, the only win all year, Pride Park against Newcastle.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. We gotta talk about Arsenal. So let's move on quickly. Everton, Wolves.
Right.
What's your score predictions?
Goose eggs, 0-0.
I came from Twitter to say who said Richarlison's top 10 in the world. LOL. It was this guy right here. This guy right here.
For once, the dumb American cannot.
Yeah, like see what I mean? Like, Daniel's listing these things, and it's like, nah, it's Dzeko, no, Mitrovic, maybe, Giroud, no, Jesus, no.
Like, I guess I'm trying to figure out your criteria, I guess.
Okay. So it's basically the same, right?
This is a good debate.
Yeah, because it's basically saying that you're number 9, right? And you say, in terms of a Premier League, if you were to play 38 games in a season, in a Premier League for a team that creates a decent amount of chances based on how you play, your technical ability, your capacity to score, How many goals would you score? What impacts would you have on the game? Right? So taking that into account, me thinking Richarlison as a number 9, taking that criteria in, how many players in world football do I definitively say are a better number 9 than him right now? And I'm saying I couldn't name 10 definitively. I think I could name 5, 6, or 7 where I'm like, yeah, definitely. And then it's just conjecture and opinion.
See, okay, so Osi, I didn't you? Oh, sorry.
He's being biased. People are saying, but let's just stop right there.
I'm not being biased. I'm not being biased. He's Brazil's number 9. He's Brazil's number 9. Why are you saying it to me? In the World Cup, did he not prove to people that he's a top number 9?
Listen, I put the conversation out there. This is a good topic. I like it. Let's keep it moving. But let's go back to Wolves Everton. I'm just gonna ask you guys who wins and what's your score prediction, if you guys can give me one.
Who's that? Everton versus Wolves.
Everton's at home.
At Goodison.
I think Wolves have got to win. Like they need to start putting like. So I'm so sorry. Like people are saying Rashford as a 9, Gakpo as a 9. This is where agenda gets you. Do you see what I mean? Because how is Rashford as a 9 and Gakpo as a 9 better than Richarlison? That's just stupidity.
Best position. I watch PSV regularly.
But Richarlison was a left winger also.
Richarlison plays 9 for Brazil. Yeah, that for me is like that should give you a certain level. That should get you top 20 credibility straight away. Like if you are Brazil's starting striker, you should have X level of credibility.
And everyone says Brazil don't have a proper number 9.
Bro, they do have a proper number 9. It's just
by the way, Germany's just to throw a counter argument.
One second to bring some balance. Vader, quick question. Throw you right into the fire. Is Richarlison a top 10 striker in the world football right now?
Yeah, I don't think so.
See, but do you see how we had to consider it heavily rather than you guys turning around and being like, that's bollocks. Now, Vader, if somebody said Richarlison is a top 10 number 9, yeah, and the fact is at Spurs, the only reason he's not playing more as a 9 is because he has a top 3 striker in the world as a number 9 in front of him. Do you see what I mean? As in, that's mitigating people's opinion.
First of all.
Okay, I see what you're doing there.
Top 3. Are we forgetting Lewandowski, Haaland, and friggin' Benzema?
Yeah, I was gonna let that one go. I was gonna let that one go for the sake of the conversation.
Come on, man.
And are we even counting Mbappe as a striker? Are we counting Messi as a striker? Right?
Well, I'm not trying to gas Richarlison, bro. I'm just saying it as it is. It's like Kulusevski. Like people will say, like I don't want to gas him up too much, but I'm saying, is Kulusevski a top 5 right winger in world football? Like. Is he like because
I think Kulusevski's world class, and
I wouldn't even say world class. I'd say he's very good, and he's got the potential to be. I'm saying, can you name 5 right wingers in world football better than Kulusevski?
Bukayo Saka.
Yeah,
Saka's arguable. I don't think Saka is, but I'll let you have him. Go on, Saka, Salah.
We're not talking.
Who?
I wouldn't put Ferran Torres plays up the right, but
don't do that.
I'm not saying he's world class. I'm saying, come on, guys. For people telling me that he's not top 5, give me top Messi.
Messi's been playing in an attacking mid for
right. Listen, don't bring Dembele's name. I was waiting for someone to say Dembele. I don't want to see Dembele's name.
Dembele's better than him.
Dembele's not better than Kulusevski. In what world is Dembele better than Kulusevski?
I am taking.
Stop it, you guys. Because you're not going to say. I want to say Dembele's better than Saka.
Would take
You're not
Dembele.
You're not going to say he's better than Saka. Don't say he's better than Kulusevski.
Look at Dembele's injury record and look at Kulusevski's. I rest my case.
Oh my God!
So is this all about recency right now?
Come on, bro.
One second. This is my list. Okay. I'm gonna just write it down for you guys. You got Messi, you got Mo Salah, right?
Yeah.
You got Bukayo Saka. You got
Bukayo Saka's not better than him, but go on.
Yes.
No, he's not, bro. Based on what, bro? Igal, one sec. No, Igal, stop for a second.
That's a good
Hold on,
That's a good
Igal,
talk.
stop for a second. Igal, let me land this point because this is what Arsenal fans do. Since Kulusevski came to the league, yeah, he assists and scores at a better rate than Saka. This season, he's assisting at a better rate than Saka. He's been injured since they've both been in the league. Kulusevski has been as good as Saka.
When's Kulusevski back? When's he back?
He's back. He's back now.
He is back now.
What statistical metric are you using?
What do you mean? Last season, he scored an assist at a better rate than Saka, so he got more assists than Saka.
Are you going
more goals
per minutes played?
This season, more assists. Oh, come on, guys. Like this,
Bukayo Saka is up there when it comes to
okay. I don't think Saka's not up there. I don't think Saka's not up there. But the way you guys, like the way you're saying Saka's name, like Saka gets in and Kulusevski doesn't, is mad. When they're like this, they're neck and neck.
Right now,
I'm not dismissing him, but Saka is better.
Saka's not better.
Bukayo Saka right now is up there with top 5, like top.
Oh my God! What do you think Kulusevski is? What? I don't understand. I don't understand what you guys are saying here.
Kulusevski is on the list, but he's way down the list. That's what it is.
You're funny, Igal, yeah? Come the end of last season, when Kulusevski got Spurs top 4 and Saka bottled it, your fans weren't saying this, yeah? This season, when Kulusevski's been injured, you guys are running the agenda because Kulusevski's been injured.
I like the guy.
Let them. They're both fit now. Let's see who's the better player going forward.
Great pickup for the Spurs. Great pickup.
Don't get me wrong. I like Kulusevski. I think he's a great player. But I got a list for you. My guy.
No, you don't, bro. No, you don't. You have.
Igal's good with the list. He's good with the list.
Let me land. These are the players who I consider in world football better than Kulusevski. You got Lionel Messi, who's better than Kulusevski. You got Mo Salah, who's better than Kulusevski. You got Bukayo Saka, who's better than Kulusevski. You got Federico Valverde, who's better than Kulusevski. You got
Shut up, bro! Shut up, bro!
Let him go. Who's
better than Kulusevski?
What are we doing here?
1 second. You got Federico Chiesa, who's better than
Chiesa with an ACL.
Chiesa
with an ACL's better than Kulusevski. Nah, bro.
Rafinha, who's better than Kulusevski?
Rafinha, not for me.
Rafinha.
And then you got Rodrigo. Who's better than Kulusevski.
My brother in Christ. Valverde is a central midfielder. Like Chiesa has an ACL. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here?
You want me to continue? You take Riyad Mahrez, you put him in Spurs' team in that Kulusevski role.
Oh my God, bro! If you put Mahrez in our team, he'd do nothing. He'd do nothing.
Igal, I gotta slow you down on that one because that 5 at the back, at the back wing play.
I am not done.
Nah,
I am not done.
Nah, man. You guys don't watch Kulusevski. You mustn't watch Kulusevski.
You want me to continue?
I'm on your side, Jay. With
Steve, come on, please, man. Listen, you can't watch Kulusevski to be having these opinions because the thing is, Mahrez hasn't got the physical intensity that Kulusevski has. Mahrez can't beat his man like Kulusevski can.
Okay, but about Mahrez, but then you can make the argument, the technical ability, the dribbling, shot. It's not it. Okay, look. Here's the thing, Jay. Actually, Igal. Sorry. Go on.
To me, this is what's going to happen. Is I have very good takes and they age well. So what's going to happen at the end of the season? We're all going to come back to this, and you guys are going to have to apologize for the nonsense that you're talking because you've forgotten how good Kulusevski is because he's been injured. The first game he came. Go watch highlights of Kulusevski versus Leeds.
Jay, he's good. He's good. But another player to add to that list, and the only reason
in world football when it comes to right wing.
What do you mean? No, Igal, that's just bias. I can say that Saka is a top right winger. Yeah, the fact that you're not saying it back to Kulusevski when the guys are, bro. There's nothing between the players. There's nothing between Saka and Kulusevski. There literally isn't. Bro, what's between them? Why do you think there's something between them? Based on what's the difference between these two players? Why is Saka better than Kulusevski?
Yo, Igal, tell him what Saka does better. Just tell him what Saka does better.
Or what you like subjectively.
he's literally gonna discard anything I say.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Like, honestly, I think it's just a situation where you're just looking at the player in the time that he's been at Tottenham. Yes, he's done well, but in my opinion, when I look at Bukayo Saka, he's a better passer than him. Bukayo Saka is better at holding up the ball than him. Bukayo Saka is better defensively than him. Bukayo Saka is better at carrying the ball from deep than him. Bukayo Saka is a better all-around player than him in general. And if you want to say, oh, Kulusevski's done, he's a better key passer, he's better at through balls, he's a better dribbler. He's not a better dribbler than him. He's not better at passing than him overall. Maybe because he's playing in a position where he's constantly has two clinical finishers next to him in Son and Kane, he looks like a better player. But I'm telling you right now, you take Bukayo Saka, you take him out of Arsenal, you put him in Spurs, he will do the same job or even better than Kulusevski.
Kulusevski would bang for Arsenal, though.
Listen, because Arsenal's a system.
Yeah, and Spurs. You just said Spurs is a system. Yeah.
Spurs, you know what?
No, but I'm saying straight up now, that obviously Kulusevski is probably the second best creator in the Premier League after KDB, probably.
What?
Like that's what's no. Statistically speaking,
are you forgetting Odegaard?
Kulusevski's a better creator than Odegaard. Of course, he's a better creator than Odegaard.
What the hell's going on?
Bro, listen, you guys, listen. If you don't watch Kulusevski, that's fine, right? And the thing is if you're gonna tell me now, tell me who the better creators are. When I'm saying these things, people are thinking that it sounds outlandish. But when you stop and actually have to give me the names that are better, it's difficult. It's a lot harder than you think. So now if I say to you, okay, who is a better creator than Kulusevski? You can go on any data, any statistics, and they will say that this guy carries literally nearly as much threat as KDB. That's how he plays. He's that kind of player.
I'd argue James Madison.
Can I
second to KDB is that's big praise. That's big praise.
No. Listen, Bruno's not a bad creator. Like Bruno's a good creator, but Kulusevski's a better creator. And the reason why he's a better creator than Bruno is because he doesn't waste as much ball. Bruno can be erratic, so therefore Bruno's not as efficient as Kulusevski. Even though I do think he's a good creator.
1 second. On your team, right? Just Spurs alone. Who's your best creator?
Kulusevski.
No, it's not. It's Harry Kane.
Kulusevski's our best creator.
No, it's Harry Kane.
No. But this season it would be. He's arguing because Kulusevski's hurt. That's why. So you got.
Yeah. As in, like, listen, Kulusevski's.
Full stop. You have Bentancur, you have Son, and you have Kane, who create more chances than Kulusevski.
Well,
see, but if you take out, but the problem is when you take out Kulusevski, it seems to affect.
I'm also including chances they created for themselves. So if you want to you want to be more specific, you can be more specific. But chance creation specifically, you got Kane, Son, and Bentancur are better chance creators.
Bro, listen. Cool, like so Daniel. Bro, listen.
1 second. You gave me the metric.
I didn't. No, bro, you're not using the metric correctly, bro. Bro, you don't know how to use the data properly. Kulusevski has missed like 7 games this season in the Premier League, and he still has more assists than Odegaard. How's he got more assists than Odegaard when he's missed 7 games this season? Your guys played every game more or less, and he's just out assisting. Don't talk about Odegaard being a better creator. He's a good facilitator, and he's good at creating patterns. Odegaard, he's good at overlaps. He's good at moving the play. Creating. But no, in terms of just pure creating opportunities for your players, it's KDB. Then it's maybe Mitoma, but Mitoma's got a very small sample size.
So based on that, you're saying it's based on so Iwobi is better than Odegaard now. You're saying Iwobi's better than Odegaard.
I don't think Iwobi's better than I don't listen. There's no way Odegaard's a better creator than Kulusevski. You're saying Iwobi's a better creator. You're saying Iwobi's a better creator than No. I'm saying in the context of saying
on one stat. Come on, that's silly.
What do you mean, bro? Igal, listen. I wish, You know what? You know what? I'm gonna find the statistic that backs what I'm saying. Because if you look at any data, I thought you're a content creator who knows data. Any data, go look at any graphs. X threat, X assist, X opportunities created. Kulusevski is second only to KDB.
I'll look into it.
Listen, Kulusevski is not in my top 5, and he's on the cusp of getting into my top 10 right wingers in world.
That ain't bad, basically. That means you rate him.
He's a good player, and again, for Jay to prop his player, that's what he's got to do. That's what he's got to do.
No, bro. You know, it's not. Honestly, genuinely speaking, it's not that.
You lost your head over Chiesa, Valverde. And because Chiesa has barely played football in 2022. Valverde is not a right winger. You're showing that you don't know what you're talking about here because you're utilizing players that are very poor examples. You think that Saka's better than Kulusevski.
But Jay, in all fairness, the sample size you're using is based off of him coming to Spurs last season.
January,
right?
Yeah.
Right. So again,
my sample size is small. I would accept that. I would accept that criticism of what I'm saying. But no one's saying that. People are saying it's not true what you're saying based on what you're seeing. They're not saying, Jay, your sample size is too small. Let Kulusevski do it for another 12 months, and I'll give him appropriate ratings. Okay, fair enough.
Well, that was my hesitation. That's because I'm thinking him at Spurs, and then I'm like, okay, I see where you're coming from. But I think more needs to be seen from him.
And that's fair enough. For me, like, if you just watch him, anytime you watch him, like, as in, my boy who plays, you came to Spurs last season, yeah, when we beat you 4-1, and Kulusevski was disgusting that day.
Yeah, no, he's dangerous.
Guys, I love the fact that we spent an hour now actually talking about Tottenham. Can we change the topic now?
We can talk Newcastle.
Let's get on to Manchester United. Does Manchester United need Gakpo, or do they need an actual striker? Because in my opinion, getting Gakpo doesn't get them top 4. If Rashford is just as good as Gakpo, in my opinion, they need somebody else. What do you guys think?
I'll start off if you want. I'm of the opinion, and I feel the same way. I'll relate it to Newcastle real quick for a relevant example. I've got such faith in Eddie Howe and trust in him that whoever the hell he wants to bring in, I'm cool with it, because at Newcastle, Eddie Howe has shown that you bring him the players that he wants, we improve. So I think with Ten Hag, look, I mean, again, we're talking sample size. It's not immense, but you can only base it off what the guy has done. The guy he got here at the beginning of the season that's the games he's gotten. He's improved Manchester United from whatever the hell that was last year. So if Ten Hag would want Gakpo over whoever the hell else, if I was a Man United fan, thank God I'm not, I'd be like, cool, I rate it, because this guy has improved us immensely. So that's my opinion on it. What I would do different, I would rather go. I like Gakpo a lot. I watch Eredivisie with some decent frequency. I watch him in Europe and whatnot. I like him more off the left, though. And the problem is, I was thinking about this the other day. Does Gakpo get into that starting 11 guaranteed if you're paying the money for him off the left, where I think he's the strongest? When I watch PSV, that's where he does the best. Combines really well with his teammates and whatnot. He likes, especially when Luke de Jong is on the pitch too. De Jong holds the ball, knocks it down. Gakpo makes the run. Usually good at first time finishing off the left and whatnot. So I see why they like Gakpo, but they do have a lot of wingers. They need a 9, in my opinion. But it's all about what Ten Hag wants.
What about you guys? What do you guys think Man United need to get top 4?
I think Man United's shown that they'll get stopgaps. It doesn't matter. Like whether they just need it for the temporary and does it make sense long term, that's not how they move. I know they have a new manager, things are supposed to be different, but United have shown if they need somebody, they'll just go out and get it and figure it out later. I think the news that we're hearing with regards to Sancho, obviously they don't have coverage. That's one less body, so it makes sense for them to go out and get them.
Yeah.
Does it solve their 9? No, but I think Ten Hag probably trusts that he can figure out who he can put up front and satisfy that 9 position. But again, more bodies is United's way. So let's get another one, figure it out later.
Facts.
Okay. And then finally, Jay, I'm gonna throw it over to you. Do you think Manchester United can finish above Tottenham this season?
Man United, Tottenham. No.
Because they would need to finish above either Tottenham, Chelsea,
No.
and Liverpool.
They better not.
No, they're not finished. No,
It's gonna be another half-hour debate.
No,
Jay, they better not finish above Tottenham.
Listen, I think United, like, it's a battle royale. Do you know what I mean? Because it looks like Arsenal and City have the top two spaces
locked
sewn
in,
up, and that leaves 2 spots for about 5 teams, 5/6 teams. So the thing is that, do I think that Spurs will be one of those 2 spots? I have to. Do you know what I mean? Because the thing is if we're not, like, it was the same thing as last season. Like, Spurs are playing fucking double jeopardy. Yo, if we don't make top 4, then we might lose Conte and we might lose Kane. Do you see what I mean? So we're playing that
stadium to pay off mortgages.
You know, we're playing that like we must do it. So I'm not going to think about the alternatives if we don't do it,
right?
Because we must do it.
Tottenham, Spurs, your backs are against the wall. You need this top 4.
Oh, we need it. We need it. But by the same token, United need it. United don't want to be 2 seasons outside of Champions League. You know what I mean? Chelsea need it, because why are Chelsea doing this project without Champions League? Liverpool need it because they're a self-sufficient club, so that Champions League revenue is important. Newcastle need it. It's the next step in that. It's the next step of their progress. Even though Newcastle could get away with Europa League, it's just one of these things where it's like Spurs. The only way Spurs could get away with it is Spurs finish 5th but won the FA Cup. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a free-for-all. Of course, I hear you. With everybody's fighting for it.
But then next season, that would set Spurs up in a nice position, like Arsenal have been set up this season, where Arsenal are playing Europa.
I just want to tell you guys something interesting just dropped 41 minutes ago. Breaking news: Mohamed Salah did something, and everyone on the internet is going crazy. Did you guys see what he did?
Did he miss a Merry Christmas again?
Yes.
He posed. He did a picture, right?
Is that against the rules? Is that
wait? What did he do?
This is what he did.
Oh shit! He's got a Christmas tree and all sorts. Fucking hell!
Yeah. So basically, you're not supposed to be celebrating.
No, not like that. You're not meant to celebrate like that. I mean, like, I didn't know whether you could say Merry Christmas and shit. This is like a Christmas tree and shit. Like, what the fuck's he doing?
Basically, I'm not even supposed to be saying Merry Christmas or anything like that.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's anything too wrong with saying Merry Christmas. It's just niceties. It's just, you know, like giving off something. I mean, saying Merry Christmas isn't saying, hey, I believe in Jesus Christ. It's like, Merry Christmas. I mean, technically, it might.
Well, technically, you believe in Christmas if you're saying Merry Christmas.
Or do you believe in acknowledging something that somebody else believes in and you respect it?
We believe in Jesus. There is, but let's not get too religious here.
You brought up the post.
we believe in him in the sense that he was a prophet, but to celebrate another holiday, you're basically.
Yeah, it's a bit strange. You wouldn't see me in a skull cap and lighting a fucking Hanukkah candle. Do you know what I mean? As in, that's just random.
But at the same time, if you lived in Israel, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. No, I'm not saying that's why he's doing it. I'm just saying it could be. Maybe Mo Salah, what he's trying to do is because he's
trying to not be racially abused in Liverpool. That's what he's trying to be.
I mean, I wasn't going to put
this is a preemptive thing.
I
personally think it's a thing where it's like he got hate for it the first time he did it, and now he's just doing it to slap people in the face every time.
But that's weak then. That's weak.
I think he's personally antagonizing people who are, or because you don't.
He's weaponizing Christmas.
Yeah. Listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's the way. That's the Liverpool segment for today. Let's
the Liverpool segment.
I found the post. I found the post that I wanted to tell you boys about. Igal, can you put this up, please?
Okay.
Can you put this up, please? I'm gonna send it to you now.
By the way, Igal, I'm not sure if I said Merry Christmas. I apologize. I'm
just sending you a tweet. Can you pull the tweet?
I don't even know if it's against my religion.
Listen, Igal, can you present this for us, please?
Have you sent it to me?
I sent it in the private chat. Can you present this for us, please?
Okay, let's see what this is. This is a tweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a Gonzalo Ramos photo, right?
Tottenham Reddit. Let's see what the
Tottenham Reddit. So what
Okay.
I was trying to say to you is, if you, I put it in the private chat box. If you look in the private chat, you can see it.
So
Yeah.
he's showing us a pie chart. That's what he's showing us.
I'm showing you a pie chart, right? So this is attacking output in the league. Yeah.
That is pretty sick.
What's the time frame?
So basically, this is just this season. So this is Kulusevski coming in this season and being injured. And so what it's basically telling you is that see that fucking outlier that's Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah. There's only one other. See Martinelli, Odegaard. Yep, they're doing nicely. Martinelli's a great dribbler. Odegaard, you can see it there. But there you see Kulusevski. Yeah. There you see, because he's an outlier. Because the stuff he does isn't outlier. It's unique shit. So where Saka he's in that ballpark, because that's where the rest of the players are. That's what I'm saying. Statistics don't lie to you when they say a player is unique. When they say a player is doing shit that other people aren't doing. Yeah, there's a reason why those outliers.
So let's read this. That's per 90, right? So the fact that he hasn't, but that's also wouldn't that stat be affected the more games he played?
Absolutely. But why is someone like Mitoma not randomly out there? Do you see what I mean? Because it's still even. Do you see what I mean? Because Mitoma's playing 30 minutes and he's coming on and he's smashing people's heads together. So to me, I'm like, I get the point. But if it was, there'd be other players that play very sub-orientated that would be sticking out too.
Look at this. What I see is Haaland's all the way up here. Based on this, why isn't Kane higher up?
Why isn't Kane higher up? What?
Well, I don't even understand this graphic. Maybe I'm too dumb, but
it's basically saying that
Kane has outproduced Nunes. Why is Nunes up there? This is a little bit faulty.
No, but Nunes' minutes are a lot less.
You don't understand how to. It's basically saying that Nunes might do X amount. Say Haaland, he's overperforming his XG. So that's why he's all the way up there.
Based on this, Nunes is overperforming his XG.
No, it means that Nunes has what's Nunes doing? Yeah, Nunes in terms of like his substitute, he's probably in terms of his threat and his causing havoc and whatnot. He's a major threat. That's what the stats are saying.
Bro, I'm just happy that Trippier is near Joao Cancelo. That means good. So.
Let's be honest.
And then he's ahead of Mope. That's a good sign too.
Let's bring it back to the Man United point. Man United play a team this weekend who I think they might lose to. What do you guys saying?
Who United playing?
Man United got Nottingham Forest. Actually, that's
they're gonna slap them, man.
That's on a Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a holiday game. That's a tricky one, man. That might be a draw.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Tuesday.
You know what? Let's just do the fun games now. Let's do the fun games since Vader's here. Vader.
Yes.
Manchester City and Arsenal play. Both have busy schedules. Play 5 games. Come February, do you believe Man City will be above Arsenal?
Oh.
You know what? What a difference a year makes, man. I mean, we're about to go into the holiday. Some of you may do New Year's resolutions. Before the start of this season, I was worried about Liverpool. Now I'm going into the holiday. I'm going into a new year, 2023. I'm worried about Arsenal. This is crazy. After 5 games, do I see City ahead of Arsenal? I don't think you guys are going to have that type of drop-off. And it would mean you guys would have to have a drop-off. We'd have to be perfect, essentially, because you guys are 5 points ahead of us. I still see it as a tight race. Maybe you guys may drop 1 game, and we get closer to it. But yeah, I could easily see after 5 games, it's still being a tight race. You guys may be ahead by 2 points, possibly.
Hey, Vader, can I ask? In that 5 games, you have to come to Spurs, don't you? In those 5 games, don't you, Gal?
Yeah, Spurs is on that list. Leeds.
They have to go to Spurs also.
No,
I think
we have
Chelsea.
to go to them. We have to go to them.
No, you've played them, so yeah, I'm just saying.
No, we haven't played them. Our game was delayed because the Queen died.
Yeah, the Arsenal and Tottenham game was delayed.
Yeah, so
we have those games in hand.
We don't play each other, do we? During that,
Spurs are playing Arsenal in like 2 games time.
No, but we don't play each other until February.
Bro, we play in January.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about
right.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's talking about City and Arsenal, no, we don't play for a bit.
This is my take. This is my take. Come February, Arsenal will still be above City and sitting top of the league.
By how many points? Is the point gap closer or wider?
Points doesn't
No,
matter.
no, it does. It does. Is the point gap?
One second. I'm not saying we're going to keep the 5-point gap. I'm just saying we're going to keep our position ahead of City, top of the table.
It's a yes or no. Yeah, that's what you're
Okay.
Because there's 5 games or 6 games to be played from now until February, right? From now till February, there's 5 games to be played. No, 6 games to be played. 2 games in Christmas, 2 games, the 2 Christmas games. No, 5 games. I'm right. 5 games. So 5 games from now till February. Those games are for us. Are West Ham, Newcastle.
Could you say home or away, please? Could you say just right now?
West Ham at home.
Yeah.
Brighton away. Newcastle at home. Tottenham away. And Manchester at home. I personally think from those 4 games.
That's a sexy run. If you get more than 7 points, I'd be impressed.
From those 4 games, we're getting 12. That's my take.
You'll win all of them except Spurs away. That'll be a traditional.
No, they are not going to Brighton.
4 out of 5.
They're not going to Brighton and winning. I'm telling you that now.
Who we're gonna lose to, but we're gonna drop points somewhere. So I'm saying I'm fathoming a loss or a draw somewhere. So I'm saying potentially 12 points.
Bro, listen,
the Arsenal team with no Jesus, I still believe we're not a one-man team. We can perform even without him. And he hasn't been scoring, and we still been scoring.
But I'm just saying, bro. Can I just say, Gal, that there's certain matchups that I've seen that do damage to Arsenal this season. I've seen certain teams that have done better than other teams. You're gonna play one of them in Newcastle. You're gonna play another of them in Brighton. Both those teams match up very well to how you play. They both come out with high intensity. They both have great presses.
Yes.
Yeah. Brighton have already beat you this season. Now you're gonna go away to Brighton. Yeah, I'm not sure you're going to win that game. Newcastle at home, tough game. Newcastle mid-block, counter-attack. Isak back. St. Maximin back. I don't know. That's a tough game. You've got to come to Spurs. You've got to come to Spurs. You're not beating us, period. Period. You're not beating us.
1 second. You said 7 points out of 15, right? You said
I said you'll do well to get more than 7 points. That's what I said.
More than 7 points. So you think we're only winning 2 games from those 5?
I think 2. I said if you two wins and a draw. If you get 3 wins, so if you beat West Ham, you beat Newcastle, and then you beat United or Spurs. What do you mean? What do you mean? Stop! You just asked me to explain.
1 second. I need to give you some caveats. First of all, a team that has lost 1 game this whole season,
right? Okay.
You think are going to go up when they have 3 home games and 2 away games, are going to lose 3 of those games.
Oh, well, okay, but hold on. 2 of those home games are against top 6 sides. So you're playing 2 of the top 6 at home. Yeah. So now
Manchester United and Newcastle.
Yeah. They're both in the top 6, no?
You know the record Arsenal have against Manchester United and Newcastle.
But Igal, they're going to make it difficult for you guys. That's going to be
Igal, pardon me. I saw United come to your stadium last season and give you a hell of a game. Probably should have taken something. I saw United beat you this season. Yeah. So now United can come to your stadium again. I'm not saying you're not the favorites, but don't talk like United shit. Like United.
I want to just give you a nice thing that will not encourage me at all, but encourage Igal. Last time Newcastle scored a goal at the Emirates, 2014. There you are.
Oh, that's one of those jinx stats, though. You threw that out there because
I hope.
Newcastle.
I see what you did there.
Newcastle fans haven't left the Emirates without holding more than 2 goals conceded and a clean sheet for fucking 7 years.
Oh, and also Igal.
I like this Igal.
Don't think that we didn't have eyes to watch that performance versus Wolves and see that Saliba should have been sent off at 0-0. Yeah, and give away a penalty. Don't think these little moments are going on.
Don't talk to me about performances when Tottenham go away from
What do you mean, bro? Listen, I'll talk to you, bro. Listen, you don't understand the value of seeing an overarching fixture list. Yeah, you've still got to go to Tottenham away. You still got to go to City away. You still got to do all these fixtures, and I'm saying that City have had maybe a slightly harder run than you.
No, but 1 second. My fact is this. Forget about my fact. This is an actual fact. We need to drop 2 or 3 games for City to catch us, and they need to go perfect. I don't think City are going to go perfect, and I don't think
City could be level with you in 5 games, bro. In these 5 games, City could be level 1 points with you.
1 second. Do you realize, in order for them to be equal to us in 5 games, do you know what City's schedule is? First,
go on.
You don't think City are going to drop points in their schedule?
I don't know. I don't know. You tell me.
1 second. Let me get it up. First things first.
We got our next game's Leeds. Leeds on the 28th.
First things first. Yeah, they got Leeds, they got Everton, Chelsea, then they got Manchester United, and then Tottenham. You are telling me.
I'm telling you that they're taking 12 points out of the next 12.
They have Chelsea away. They got Manchester United away, and then they got Tottenham at home.
Hold on, listen. Go on.
You think 1 second? You think against 3 top 6 teams back to back to back?
Who's top 6? If they got top 6,
traditional top 6 teams. Forget about.
Oh no! Listen. I'd rather go to Chelsea away than go to Newcastle away right now.
But Chelsea are
dog shit.
You don't have
Chelsea's the weakest.
You have Newcastle at home.
Fucking food.
Okay, my point is Newcastle at home, Chelsea away. Manchester United at home versus Manchester United away. Tottenham away is actually harder than Tottenham at home, so that equals out, right? Then they have Leeds. We have West Ham. They have Everton. They have Everton. We have Brighton. So
absolutely. Listen.
So wait, Igal, do you think you have the tougher upcoming schedule, or you think City does?
You have the tougher upcoming schedule.
Oh, I don't know about that, Igal.
Okay.
I think Newcastle are a good team. I get that. Tottenham are a good team. I get that. But
United, Brighton away. What do you mean? That's a terrible run.
Outside of them, fuck United, bro. We slap United every week.
Bro, what do you mean, fuck United? They've already beat you this season.
Refereeing decision.
But Igal, you don't have. I know Jesus wasn't delivering goals, but he was intricate. He was an intricate piece within that squad.
My point is not about that. My point is there's a 5-game span until February. Okay. Arsenal have a 5-point lead. Potentially, we need to drop 2 points, 2 games or 3 games to then make.
I can see.
That's a fair point. That's fair.
That's fair.
It's not only Arsenal need to magically collect.
But
they need to also be flawless.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say to you that, to me, Brighton away and Spurs away, those 2 games, you're definitely dropping points to me, right? That means. What do you mean, what, bro?
Spurs away is a loss because it always is. You guys.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, listen. I'm not gonna lie. Tottenham away. Like, if you come to White Hart Lane and beat us, I will stand up on this and say Arsenal are gonna win the league. I will do that because
I've heard a bunch of.
Okay. Yeah. So what Jay's saying is that win would be an indicator of the level that Arsenal.
That would be such a statement of intent for me. I'd have to say, okay, Arsenal is serious.
I'm not even going there. I'm not even going to Tottenham away and thinking about that win. I'm saying to myself, West Ham, stamp that, guaranteed, boom.
Okay, West Ham, Okay, what about Brighton?
Brighton. Brighton away, stamp that. Big.
Stamp what? You're gonna definitely beat Brighton away.
Win. I am telling you right now. We are going
back to back.
Game. We're going into a North London derby game with how many points do we have right now in the league? How many points are we on? Let me know. Let me check. We have 37 points, right? Add 9 points already.
46.
I've got my little pen and paper. I'm writing on my bank statement. I'm working it out.
Fuck that. We're going after the going into a Tottenham game. People are going to be talking about, can Arsenal do the Centurion? That's what people are going to be.
Hey, Johnny! Hey!
You don't fathom. You don't fathom what is happening right now. You cannot fathom what is happening right now. This is
Hold on. Igal, do you have an ITK? No, like, are you in the know of some player coming in the January transfer?
You know what I mean? Like, maybe he knows something that we don't.
Like, what's happening here?
It's not even about that. right now, the way the team is constructed, we beat West Ham, we beat Brighton, we beat Newcastle. That is not an issue for me.
All right.
Okay.
Do you
All I'm saying is, Igal, I'm not the one put. I'm seeing Dawood in this. Guys are projecting so much imagined pressure on Arsenal. No, are you not hearing? Igal is the one who is being unprompted and unprovoked to say that Arsenal will still be 5 points clear. Nobody told Igal to say that. We're now breaking it down. Yeah, so don't think that we're trying to build pressure on Arsenal so we can laugh at Arsenal if they don't do it. No, if anything, we're trying to push back on what he's saying right now.
1 second, Jay. Sometimes you have to be flippant to get your point across because
of course. No, you got. I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying that I don't want people to think that we're trying to build a narrative for Arsenal if they fuck up. This is all your bravado.
Bro, my point is a team that has lost 1 game and drawn 1 game all season from 14 games, you guys are telling me are going to double that in a span of 5. It's ridiculous.
But what I'm saying is like, but
it's the circumstances, Miguel. That's the only thing.
Go on,
what's the circumstance? Yeah. 1 player.
No. I know it is 1 player, but it's 1 player, and this is going to be a very congested. It's going to be a very congested schedule, right? So I'm with you. None of us were pushing you into a corner to have to come out with these statements, but I believe in your confidence with regards to what you guys can do.
Yeah,
it's going to be very telling to see whether those 3 matches in particular come through as wins. Because I do have my doubts because again, you're going into the season having to play without Jesus, who's been important, and for those to be like clear 3 wins in a row, that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
By the way, Nketiah better bag a quadruple.
Oh, Royal Spur. I'm crying. We play City twice in January. That's horrible. That's horrible shit. We got to win one of them.
Right? This is Arsenal's schedule up until February 4th, where Jesus is going to be back February 4th, right? So
hopefully
West Ham, Brighton. You got Newcastle, you got an Oxford United game, which we're going to rotate the hell out of. We don't care about the FA Cup right now. We got bigger fish to fry.
No, I'm going to stop you there.
He's right. They don't care.
Come on,
man. Care about the FA Cup right now. We won the FA Cup on our worst ever season. You think people were happy? People were still pissed. We're happy we won the FA Cup.
We'll talk about that later. That's fine. We'll talk about that.
Then you're talking about fixture congestion. Don't forget Newcastle. Forget about Newcastle, I mean. Talk about Man City. Man City just played Liverpool 2 days after the World Cup ended. They have Leeds, they have Everton, they have Chelsea. They have Man City, have Chelsea in the FA Cup, back-to-back games against Chelsea. Then they play a League Cup game. Then they play Man City versus Manchester United. Then they play Tottenham. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games to our 5. 6 actually. 8 games to our 6. They have
3 days rest from Leeds to Everton. 6 days rest to Chelsea. They'll smoke them. 3 days rest to the other Chelsea. Yeah, it is tight. It is tight.
Listen, I am telling you right now, we're talking about fixture congestion. Man City are more screwed than Arsenal.
But Arsenal just had a Jesus injury. I'm not saying that you're screwed. I'm just saying that will be.
My point wasn't to stress that City was just going to fly by these fixtures. But the confidence that you had with regards to your fixtures was what raised my eyebrow. Now, I'll also point out the confidence I have with City is because of the heavy rotation that I just saw from my team coming back from the World Cup, playing some youngsters against Liverpool and the form that I was able to see. So I just want to see. I want to see some more. I mean, City's shown that they can deal with this congestion list. And we'll see after these 4 or 5 games when we meet again. Hopefully, I'm on the show and we can have the conversation again.
You know
I'm looking at this Neil, and I'm saying that
Neil here. Neil, I get you're a fan that wants to wait and see. But
trepidation.
As a content creator, you can't be that guy. No one's gonna watch it. No one's gonna wait. No one's gonna watch somebody who only watches about the match reaction.
Can I just say, Gal? Yeah.
You have to tell people what you actually feel is going to happen.
Gal, let me just
1 second, Jay, please. And if you don't put yourself out there and actually say what you think and what you feel, people are not going to respect you. That's the reality. You have to actually say what you believe. And if you don't believe it, don't say it. I don't say nothing I don't believe. I said we're going to go undefeated at the beginning of the season. first 5 games, we did. After that, the next couple games, up after the Man United game, I said we were going to win all of them. What happened? We did. So I am going to continue to say I can't predict us losing. The same way when we were dog shit and we were losing to Aston Villa 3-0 or whatever, 4-0 at home, I said I can't predict the next victory. I don't know when we're going to win next. We drew to Burnley. I predicted the draw. We drew against other teams. We conceded on goals from out of absolutely nowhere. And you know what? I predicted that. So at this moment in time, we're playing well. We're looking good. I'm going to predict us winning every single game that I think we're going to win because I genuinely believe I think we're going to win all
Miguel, hold on. As you talk to Neil, though, let's be honest, because you pointed out all the times you were right. As a content creator, remind them of the times you were wrong. You gotta be fair.
Yeah,
he just said that. He just said that he was wrong about the undefeated thing.
Oh no, hold on.
No, he didn't.
It was also,
no, he didn't.
Let me hold on, but let me just tag in on this because he was also wrong on top 4 last season, and I remember vividly. I remember vividly talking about certain fixtures, and I said Newcastle away was a fixture that Arsenal would lose last season, and I said even when I was like, and that's why Spurs' draw with Liverpool is so important. I'm looking at these matchups. I'm not even saying the playing games. Brighton away is a horrible matchup for Arsenal. They have
it is tricky.
This tricky game like Brighton away for Arsenal is a much worse fixture than Brighton away for Spurs.
That's gonna be a hell of a competitive
because of how the teams match up against each other and stylistically how the team plays.
That's gonna be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. So exactly. So Capo just mentioned it. Spurs, our style suits playing a team that likes to play possession. Low mid block counter attack. I'm just saying Arsenal have the potential. If Arsenal win 4 of the next 5 games, I would be like, these guys are going to do it. Do you know what I mean? I would actually say they're going to do it because these fixtures are hard enough for me to think, well, if they're not going to drop points in these fixtures, when are they going to start dropping? Then it will start to be a Leicester type feeling. Well, the momentum's building now because if they're not dropping points now, when are they going to?
Yo,
so
Vader,
it's important for them to
giving us a Man City perspective. But what do you think? Do you think you're going to be at the top of the table come February?
So I think we close the gap. I think Arsenal is a formidable opponent. And like I said, the start of the season, I did not have you guys in the rear view mirror at all. And now I'm looking in front of you. You guys are ahead of us. So all due respect, I think we close the gap. To say that we're ahead of you, to close the 5 points, I can't say that for sure. Like you pointed out, our congester list is a lot crazier than yours, but it's going to be a battle. And I look forward to being on the show, maybe even after the holidays. We can talk more about it. But thanks for having me on, and I always enjoy talking with you guys. Thank you, man.
Nice meeting you, bro.
Enjoy yourself. Yo, Sam, unleash yourself. Go ahead.
Unleashed.
I'm unleashed myself. I heard something, Igal, earlier. I think it was Richarlison was top 10 in the world. Richarlison, 0 Premier League goals, top 10 in the world.
Oh, Sam, you're one of those fans.
Listen,
okay, so
Sam,
let me
talk. You had your time to talk. It's my time to talk. Yeah, you had your turn to talk. It's my time to talk. Yeah.
Well, you're talking about a different topic, but
I'm
go on.
talking now. Let me talk. Let me talk. Right. You had your turn to talk.
It's a different topic, but go on, Sam. Come on.
Go ahead, Sam. Go ahead, Sam.
You had an hour to talk.
Come on, Sam. Come on, Sam. Make your point. Come on. You're boring the audience. Come on.
You had an hour.
The number of views is going down like Tesla stock prices.
Guys, chill. Let Sam go. Jay, you're antagonizing him. I like it. Go ahead.
1 hour and a half. All right. Listen, we're back. Premier League football's back. Top 10 player in the world scores 0 Premier League goals. Absolute crap. Bull crap, all right? Saying about Arsenal go this, Arsenal go that. We ain't gonna go prove crap to Tottenham, right? You rocked out to the Emirates saying, we're gonna come to the Emirates, we're gonna beat you, man, 3-1. What happened? Bitch slapped. Everywhere you've gone, every single big game you played this season, you have been bitch slapped. You're a manager, yeah? You listen, you're done. You're not making top 4.
Okay.
Just from now on, you're going down and down and down. And you're going to open that gap and gap.
Okay.
When we get these players in January, you ain't touching us, right?
Okay.
From now on, yeah, you ain't touching us no more. You can't chat to us, bro.
Okay.
You can't chat to us. You can't chat to us.
You don't? Can I come back? Okay, cool. So listen, I like that you come on the tribalism tip. So, I know what it's like to have a non-scoring centre forward. I used to have one of those back in the day with Soldado. I know you might remember Soldado's name. We used to have a non-scoring. Since then, we had Harry Kane, so it doesn't really matter. So you're comparing yourself to Spurs. We got a top 3 number 9 in the world. Richarlison doesn't play number 9 for Tottenham. He plays on the wings. He's not a fantastic winger. You're right. If Richarlison played for Arsenal, he'd start for Arsenal too, just like he starts for Brazil over your number 9. Yeah, just as he plays for the national team that cries about your number 9. I see people in the streets of Brazil crying that Richarlison was injured and Jesus might have to start for Brazil. They were very upset, Sam. Listen,
what happened?
What Richarlison out here who scored? Richarlison out here scoring goals in the tournament. While your guy got a strain. Your guy got a calf strain sitting on the bench. Can you believe that? Can you actually believe what you're saying?
Richarlison up top.
Listen, and about Arsenal and Spurs, right? It's early in the season. But we're 14, 15 games into the season.
Yo, guys.
You are coming with a level of energy that I really hope you achieve come the end of the season. Because the thing about this level of energy that you're coming with, if you qualify for Champions League and we qualify for Champions League, and that's the barometer of what you do, I'm going to come back to you about all this energy because what are we doing here? Like,
you know what? We're gonna talk about it when it gets there. We've been going for an hour and a half. Let's just quickly run through these final predictions. I just need winners, scores on the board, no context, please. Let's get into it. So you got Arsenal West Ham. I'm going Arsenal win 2-0. What are we saying?
2-0 Arsenal.
Jay, you're up.
And you know what? Listen, Moisey might have something for him. You know what I mean? Like it's been a while. He's had a chance to refresh. I'm gonna say West Ham get a cheeky draw. Yeah, why not? Yeah,
Chelsea Brentford.
Emirates 11 times.
I'll go 1-0 Arsenal. By the way,
go ahead.
What was that?
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'll go 1-0 Arsenal. 1-0.
Chelsea Brentford. We did it yesterday, but my score prediction was Brentford to get a draw.
Bournemouth to get a draw.
I can see Bournemouth doing something.
1-1.
Listen, no, hold on. Sorry. I don't understand why this Neil Salesman is so excited. Why is it okay for Arsenal fans to be just talking down to Spurs fans when Spurs made top 4 last season over Arsenal?
Bro,
and Arsenal had a good 14. You've had a good 14 games. Relax, man. Like we're playing in the elite club competition. You're not. Like, as in, come the end of the season. You boys are crazy. You wouldn't let Spurs celebrate finishing above you, yeah? And now you're trying to flex on us.
Bro, you've won nothing.
You know what, Jay? I think that's the first point you made today that I might agree with. But let's move on.
Go on. Chelsea Bournemouth 1-1.
Anyone had Chelsea winning?
Quidditch ball isn't Quidditching.
Okay, on Chelsea.
1-0 Bournemouth.
I'm saying Man City slap Leeds 3-0.
Capo, they better not win the Premier League. I'll go missing. Leeds, City have got to win because I can't have Arsenal winning the league. Just City win.
Tyler Adams suspended.
Adams is suspended.
Yeah, because remember he got a red card against you guys.
Excellent.
Remember?
I completely forgot, but you just reminded me.
It happened a while ago, to be fair.
They've got no structure without him. So yeah, a good 3 goals for City in that game.
We'll go 3-1 Man City.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be a type of game though, 2-1 Man City, and then they'll nick another. I think Leeds will be hella competitive in that game though. They'll run City ragged in terms of just distance and all that stuff. But yeah, I'll go 3-1 Man City.
Yeah, man. City need to make a statement. You know, we this whole Arsenal loving is great. I saw Arteta on Monday Night Football on a Wednesday. Do you know what I mean? That's the sort of shit that Arsenal have got going on nowadays. That's the sort of agenda the Premier League's running.
He has no banter for Arsenal to the point where he's bantering the fact that Monday Night Football decided.
Hey, Igal, you're top of the league. What do you want me to say? I gotta pick my battles carefully. You're top of the league.
It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Second half of the season, who's gonna be the top goal scorer?
Steve, are Newcastle making top 4?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Are you feeling it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm feeling it. I've got plenty of reasons, but I gotta hold my cards for.
I like it. You like. I see what Igal's done, and I don't want to do that.
Guys, we gotta be quick. We gotta be quick with this one.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw out a point. You let me know what you think. Haaland top goal scorer for the second half of the season.
Yes.
No, Kane.
Okay.
Top best team in the second half of the season will be Man City or Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Tottenham.
Don't joke me with that one. Don't joke me with that one. Right? You done nothing. You done nothing, and you will do nothing.
That's second half.
Maybe Liverpool. Actually, you never know.
That's what I'm trying to think. No, I will. I'll let the table speak. I'll say Arsenal.
Okay. Moving on to the next one. Who will be the best young player in the second half of the season?
Dejan Kulusevski.
I think it's gonna be Bukayo Saka. No Jesus. He's gonna go next level.
Actually, no, Igal Felix.
He's not coming to Arsenal. He's not coming to Arsenal.
No, yeah, I'm saying
He might go to Man
Martinelli.
United.
I'm saying
Joao Felix
Martinelli.
might go to Man United. Who's gonna
By the way, young player. You forgot me. Sven Botman.
Botman, yeah, Botman's. I was Botman. He looks about 45.
Who's gonna spend the most in the January transfer window?
Newcastle.
Yeah, Newcastle.
I know
Martinelli might be young player. Martinelli might be the best young player.
Martinelli.
City and Tottenham are not going to spend a penny in this January window.
We're gonna spend money, bro. What do you mean? We're spending
I heard
money.
reports coming out. You're not spending money,
Bro, what are your sources?
Botman is
bro?
22, by the way.
Sources, you know.
I
What do you
sent
mean?
you
We're
the link.
spending money, bro. Are you gonna spend
I
money?
replied to you on Twitter saying it looks like you're not spending money in January.
Oh, bro, we'll spend. Listen, we're spending money, yeah. Like Newcastle will spend money, Spurs will spend money, Chelsea will spend money, Arsenal will probably spend money, United will probably spend a little smidge. It's gonna be a great second half.
How much do you want Spurs to spend?
We need a centre back and we need a creative player, a creative winger or a good playmaker in some way. So 60 million is fine. They just got to be clever. I want those Botman level transfers. You know, like 30, 35 million, 24, 23 to 25 years old.
While we're doing this, finally, give your final two top four spots. We got Chelsea, Tottenham, Manchester United, and Newcastle fighting for those last two spots. I'm going to put Tottenham and I'm going to put Chelsea. No, I'm going to put right now, I'm going to put Manchester United and I'm going to put Tottenham in those final two Champions League spots. No Ronaldo. I think Manchester United are a different beast. And Rashford, Bruno are going to step up and they might sign somebody. So I'm going with them too. I think Chelsea are still a mess. And I think Newcastle, you might just fall off a little bit. But who else is going to fall out?
I don't know because Isak's been injured and he's not been playing and they got him to come back into the team.
Wait. If the top six, who am I missing?
Chelsea,
Liverpool. Spurs, Liverpool, United, Newcastle.
Liverpool are not making top four?
I don't think so.
United in there. No, Liverpool are getting top four. Liverpool are going to get fourth. You're going to have Tottenham third. You're going to have City second. You're going to have Arsenal first. That's my prediction.
Yeah. That's the order. That's the order I've got. I think Newcastle fifth. I've got Newcastle fifth. United sixth. Spurs third, Liverpool fourth, but Newcastle could finish above Liverpool. I just think we'll pip Newcastle, but that's just based off hope, Steve, at the moment because you guys are kind of pretty.
You're talking like 1, 2, 3 points, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's not gonna like Newcastle like impressed me a lot like defensively. If you look at like how they came to our stadium and defended, Liverpool needed a 97th minute goal to beat them. I swear you guys have you lost this season? Once
in all competitions.
Once was that was the Liverpool 97th minute game, wasn't it? That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking all competitions as well.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, as in, for me, Newcastle probably have just as much, if not, Newcastle have coin toss with Spurs. like based off like if I'm gonna be non-biased and say based on the 1 year that Eddie Howe's been in charge, Newcastle arguably have as much chance as Spurs of finishing top 4. I think we've got slightly better players in attack, which might edge it for us, but really it's just my bias towards Spurs that says, because Newcastle in the form table are basically identical to Spurs over the last 12 months. They just started from a
2022 form table. Newcastle are 6th. We have the third. There are 2 teams who have conceded less goals than Newcastle. Arsenal,
that's why
Liverpool and Man City.
And people will now say, well, why won't you extend this same level of analysis to Arsenal? And to those people, I'd say, because fuck Arsenal, that's why.
Let me go.
Here you go.
Let me go. Meet yourselves, right? Listen, Jay, meet yourself, right? Right now, you ain't gonna make top 6. You're finishing 6th, actually. 6th behind Chelsea, behind Newcastle, behind Liverpool. You are gonna fall apart, right? Here's my top 4: 4th Newcastle, 3rd Liverpool, 2nd Manchester City. And when Tottenham are sitting down below us, way below us, we're gonna bring the 14th league title home, brother. And even if we don't bring the league title, we're gonna win the Europa League. If we don't win the Europa League, we'll win the FA Cup. I guarantee it.
You've got contingency plans. I love it.
F4. More trophies than you this season. More trophies than you in the last 5 years. More everything, bro.
Okay, all right. Listen, Sam. I'll listen. I
Let's
love
go
the energy.
football to win every game.
You and Igal, I love the energy because the thing is that I appreciate people that say it how it is. You guys are putting it out there. You say this is what you think is going to happen. There's absolutely no reason for you not to believe in your team. I'm obviously going to look at it devil's advocate point of view. I'm looking at anything I've got to see why Arsenal aren't going to continue this run. I'm looking for anything. So to me, everything you've done is very impressive, and I've just got to pray to God. And I know this might sound sick, but cheeky 3-week Bukayo Saka injury disrupt the momentum a little bit. Cheeky groin strain, Odegaard. You know what I mean? Like, I need.
In 2 months,
I've got little voodoo dolls coming. It's just a fruit shoot, but still, you know what I'm saying? It's coming. It's coming. I'm just saying, yeah.
Man's moving like Pogba. Man's moving like Pogba.
Listen. You don't want to see. You don't want to see the voodoo dolls.
I hope
he's moving like the Drake curse.
I hope everyone thoroughly enjoyed this video, because today Jay got to speak a lot and he must have enjoyed it. You know what? I think the show's better when it's less people, because we all get to speak, right? But
you give us the opportunity to hang ourselves, Igal. We create too many stuff. That's why the calm but confident Newcastle fan, he's gonna age really well. I've got some
because I let the football do the talking.
Yeah, Neil. Listen, Neil. You know what? I ain't got no animosity towards Arsenal. You were the cooler older brother, but now you got divorced. You got fat, and now you got gym membership again. Now you're pulling. Now you got a little bit of Riz. Now you're pulling again. Now you're hitting the clubs. I love that for you. But you were an overweight slob sleeping on my sofa for the last 2 years. So don't get too Larry. Do you know what I mean?
What does that mean, Tottenham?
Us.
The 40-year-old virgin. That's what you are.
No, we're like club promoters that refuse to grow up.
Nothing.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I see it. So, listen, and all seriousness aside, Arsenal have done excellently this season. I obviously.
All I have to say is, do we all have Chelsea finishing 7th?
Yeah.
Yes, I think. Can we all agree that Chelsea are not making top 6?
Yeah.
And Newcastle are going to be the team to basically be the one that's over. Yeah.
Listen, I agree. Like I'm saying, like Newcastle, they're going to put into top 6. I'm looking for anything here. Like even West Ham, go to the Emirates on Monday. Just fucking shut up shop for an hour.
Are you talking about your game
Get
against
the crowd
Brentford?
a bit tense. Do you know what I mean?
What about your game against Brentford?
What's against Brentford? Listen, bro. Listen, we're the first game. We're the first game on Boxing Day. Yeah.
12:30 voodoo kickoff.
Chelsea have the potential to ruin my fucking. Tottenham have the potential to ruin my Christmas period.
Chelsea are in a rebuild. Trust the process.
No,
Obviously-
why is Chelsea the only team allowed to spend 250 million every summer in rebuilds? Nah, stop that.
Man United,
Like, why
Man
are
United-
they always,
To be fair, Everton do the same thing.
bro? No, because a year ago they were a Lukaku piece away from completing their sides. Now they
No,
need a
but they
complete
were deluded.
rebuild.
Coming up
Come
with
on,
deluded.
that.
They were deluded to think they were a Lukaku piece away.
come
from
on,
them.
no, come on. We do.
I was dumb enough to fall for it, Egal.
I was dumb enough to
I
fall
was
for it.
dumb
You,
enough.
Egal, it's people like you, content creators, telling me that Lukaku's changed, saying he's got that slim, fast diet, saying he's
Bro,
enjoying life.
don't-
You
don't
fucking
put-
lied to me.
Listen. I got a lot of takes wrong with Lukaku and Ronaldo.
Here's what Lukaku does.
Listen, I thought Ronaldo was going to come to United and be their Tom Brady and save them. It didn't work out. Listen, we're going to end it off here, people. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Keep kissing that badge, my guy. Keep kissing that badge.
There's another one.
You know what? We'll be back tomorrow with another show. Sam will be on. It'll be an Arsenal show. We're going to talk
Montpellier.
Why do you how many badges do you have? What the hell?
Trabzonspor, Turkey. That's where he's going next, Lukaku.
What the hell?
He's going to Turkey, bro.
He's kissing every badge. Anyways, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day.
Nothing but love, boys. Much love.
And peace out.
Mbappe,
Tottenham's gonna ball top.
dog. Killy.
Wrong one.
What the fuck?
Peace out, people. You guys have yourselves a wonderful week, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another video before the Boxing Day fixtures. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you don't watch the rest, if you've missed the video and you've gotten up to this far, you're an absolute legend. Let's get over those 15K subscribers. Literally only 10 subscribers away. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. If you don't catch all my content on YouTube, I do YouTube Shorts. I also do TikTok, and you can catch me on Twitter. But I'm out of here, people. Have yourselves a wonderful